Carolyn, when you asked me to write down some of my thoughts about teaching ESOL students in my kindergarten class, I know it took me a while to get back to you. I have been busy, but I guess the main reason is that I'm not really sure that anything I've done in my 20-plus years of teaching ESOL students in my kindergarten class has been very special. For the most part, I've treated them just like all the other kids, maybe even favored them a little bit, because I personally thought it was so neat to have the memories and experiences of another culture like those kids came with. While I've had students from China, Pakistan, Nigeria, Jordan, Bangladesh, and other faraway places, the vast majority of my limited English speakers are from Central and South America or from Haiti. Many were economically disadvantaged because their parents, not knowing English or having little formal education, were limited in their employment opportunities. One thing that almost all of my ESOL students and their families brought to the school was a respect for teachers, a view that we were the experts on education. I think this was the prevalent view in their native cultures, and I found it to be a really refreshing change to the American attitude toward teachers. I always try to make sure to greet every student by name when they first come to the class, to introduce them to the other students, and take a few minutes to talk with their parents, with a translator if necessary. I make sure to learn what country they come from and how much English, if any, that they understand. If the child speaks Spanish, which is typical here in South Florida, I assign them a buddy who speaks both languages to help them for a while. I try to use lots of visual aids to explain work, lots of songs, games, and time for conversation among the children to help them adjust and begin to learn English. I have found that they learn it best from each other in the playhouse area or over a shared game, so I'm not someone who insists on having a totally quiet classroom. Since most 5-year-olds take their cues from adults, I've been careful to praise the beginning efforts of children as they learn a new English word or try to join a song for the first time. I'm always telling the class how wonderful it is to be able to speak 2 languages. I genuinely feel that way. I wish I could speak more than 1 language. And while I sometimes use my limited Spanish to explain something, I'm thrilled when my ESOL students feel comfortable enough to help me with a word or phrase. They know that I'm impressed with their abilities, and they feel so proud of themselves. By the middle of the year, we're usually counting in both languages, sharing stories of their native countries, and really starting to learn from each other. The kids who only spoke English at the beginning are pretending to speak Spanish too, because now they see it as a desirable thing. I believe that the fact that I've traveled so much and been to so many of my students' countries has made my appreciation of their cultures a very sincere one. When I talk about Mexico City or share pictures of Mayan ruins at Tikal or the Incan temples I visited in Peru, when I talk about all the delicious foods that I've had there, their little eyes light up with recognition and pride that where they came from is someplace that's valued by me, by their teacher. One of my favorite pieces of refrigerator art is a picture of a brightly colored little house with a clay-tiled roof. It was drawn by a little girl from Honduras. And on that picture she wrote, after only 6 months here in the United States, in perfect kindergarten handwriting, for Miss Moore, "I love you, Antonella." I really do love my ESOL kids too, and I've enjoyed working with them so very much.